Okay, we is live right now, live from the village right now. Oof, it is 18 minutes past 7 p.m. right now on the 17th of June 2021 right now. I'm in London, England right now. Where you at, village? Where you at? It is humid out here, fam. It is humid. So yes, the camera is off today because I need to keep the lights off. Oh mate, it is so yeah, no camera stream today. I am sweating. I am what's the word? Perspiring. And it is best to keep the lights off because, well, I ain't trying to get banned from YouTube in my current attire. In my current attire that I have chosen to wear or not wear. I won't say too much there. But yes, I'm gonna have to actually, to be fair, I feel like with YouTube it's probably not so bad. Twitch definitely though. Twitch definitely don't like the nips. Twitch definitely don't like the nips. So yeah, we keep the camera off for now. Yo, Wagwan Alan, how's it going today? It's going alright today, you know. It's going alright. I woke up pretty late, I guess. Well, actually no, I woke up quite early, but went back to bed and then ended up sleeping in quite late, later than usual at least anyway. But you know, it happens. I figured it's to do with the coffee I've been drinking lately. It's probably messing up my sleeping a little bit, so kind of took the day out. Just figured, you know what, I can take a day, start again tomorrow. No coffee today. Let me just like let whatever coffee's in my system work its way through, so I can try and get some proper sleep. But it's so humid right now. That's why the camera's off. I was like, you know what, let me not put the camera on right now because yeah, the humidity is real. It is. And yeah, I'm not exactly dressed for the camera right now, so yeah, let me keep that off for a minute. But how you doing, man? How's it going in Alan World, man? When's the live stream starting, dude? Because that's what we're waiting on. That's what we won't see. That's what we won't see. You know what? This is actually interesting because I'm trying to check a little thing while I'm here to make sure that we is where we is supposed to busy. Yeah, pause that there. And oh, they don't do it no more, man. They don't do it no more, man. But okay, it's not a major problem. I think I can get it from another way. I can get it from somewhere else. Methinks he says before he's even checked. But yeah, I want to play some Dead Space 3 today. So I played a little bit of Dead Space 3. Can't remember where I got up to it again. We have to like double check or something. Once I reopen it, but here we go. That's what I wanted to get to. Yeah, that's what I wanted to get to. Let me hit that sub button. And let me do this real quick. So for anybody in the chat right now, whether you're talking or stalking, whether you're on Twitch or YouTube, excuse me, make sure you drop Mr. Alan Evans a little sub thing. He's posted some videos already. Battlefield 6 2042 trailer reaction. Okay, I'm gonna have to check that one out. In fact, it looks like Mr. Alan Evans been posting for a little while now, actually. Resident Evil. Battlefield. Okay, there's a few things to check out still. But yeah, make sure you check out Mr. Alan Evans' channel. tells me that he wants to venture into live streaming, so make sure you're there for that as well. There we go, here we go. Alright, let me come back over here. Be a while. Yeah, still gotta get a lot of equipment, like a gaming PC or a laptop, capture card and all. Yeah. You know what? When it comes to streaming, I guess it depends on what your goal is, in fairness. Like, before I say too much, it's always going to depend on what your goals are and what your intentions are. Like, I mean, if it's something that you're looking at to do as potentially, you know, doing it as a career, you know, as a you know, job, income type thing, right? Then, I mean, you don't necessarily have to start off with all the big equipment, of course, but yeah, you generally want to start off with as good as equipment as you can get, you know, if that's your goal. If it's not, then, yeah, I guess that's not too much. But yeah, I mean, the microphone I got right now, the one I'm using right now is the Yeti, what's it called again? The Yeti, Blue Yeti Pro. I could recommend this mic. I've had it for, I think, a week, no, maybe 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks. And it served me well so far. Granted, it's only a couple of weeks. It's not exactly long-term use. But still, in that time, it's done pretty well. And it's got some good reviews, so, you know, there's that. And, yeah, I think you said you saw it on eBay for like 99 quid. So, yeah, and that's the price I paid for it before Amazon put it up. So, it's a good price. That's a good price. If you could get it cheaper, even better. But I say 99. I say 100 quid is a good price for this. I would say most microphones, or most decent microphones, you're probably going to be looking at least sort of £60 and upwards. You know, for most decent microphones, I reckon you're going to be looking at least £60 and upwards. Thanks for this. So good, man. So good. We in this, man. Hopefully catch some of them lives as well by the time they're up. In the meantime, I'll check out some of the vids. But yeah. What's going on? Oh, I know what's going on. Alright, so let me switch over to this screen so y'all can see what I can see. And did I remember to? Yeah, we good. No nip slips in this. Turn that down. No nip slips in this. But yeah, I mean, it is humid. So no camera today. But we're still going to have some fun. We're still going to have us some fun, even without the camera. I haven't done a reaction live stream for a while. I mean, what was the last one I did? I think, well, the last non-car one. In fact, the last... No, it was actually. The last reaction live stream I did was a 90s one. And that technically wasn't actually a reaction live stream because, you know, a lot of them I've seen before anyway. I think the last reaction live stream I did was maybe a week before that. So it's probably been about 3 weeks, I think, since the last reaction live stream. So yeah, I think we're due a reaction live stream soon. The only thing is that I don't know about doing it in this heat though, because it just gets so hot. It gets so hot. When I got it sorted, I will let you know. Yes, please do. Please do. Continue from last save. That's what you want to do for now. Did you see much of E3, Mr. Evans, or anybody else in the chat right now? Did you see much of E3? Okay, we gotta go that way. Oof. Locate the tram station, Terra Nova. Oh. wait, that was what? Yo. The way this game just like sneaks up on you though. It's been raining here Peterborough today, so it's cooled down a bit, which is nice. Oh, you know when it's humid? Well, you know because you got it right now. But when it's humid, and then you get that rain afterwards, and yeah, it does feel nice. We're not done here. There's some more. You know, there was something here. I'm sure there was something here that I could pick up. I saw a bit of E-Frame, but wasn't that impressed. Okay, interesting. I was. Oh, I guess it depends on what exactly you saw. To be fair, not everything was impressive, but yeah, and I would say that I was very impressed, in particular with Microsoft and Bethesda's outing. I thought they put on a showcase of, you know, what's to come, and you know, they made it exciting, well, as exciting as you could do with all things considered. But I was also really enjoyed the Devolver Digital. I'm looking forward to some of the games coming out there, you know, and oh. Whoa. Man, this is you know, let me put this down for a sec. Oh, it's that one. Okay, it's that button, different button. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to what Devolver Digital got coming out. I mean, some of the things they announced. It's one of these things where it's like, it makes no sense, but for Devolver Digital it makes perfect sense, you know. Like, I think for anybody else to do what they do, it just makes no sense. But Devolver, it works. Oh shit. Oh. Oof. And they got me, you know. Yeah, they got me. They got me. Oh, I never played Dead Space games. Well, they I mean, if you like Resident Evil, it's in that kind of vein, horror, survival horror. But I'll say it's maybe a bit more action than survival with the Dead Space games. Oof, excuse me. Use that. Oh, I lost my thing, damn it. It's a bit more action. That being said, you definitely have some survival tactics in that you don't just get all the bullets in the world, so it's not like that. I like it. I mean, I've played... This is Dead Space 3. This is Dead Space 3, so I played 1 and 2 already. Yo, Wagwan Frozen. And, yeah, I mean, I like them. I think they're pretty cool games. They, Frozen's played them all. My buddy. I don't really know what this, I would say that with this game, it's not really clear exactly what these machines do. I mean, I guess it's some kind of upgrade, but what exactly I'm upgrading, I really don't know. Just like Resident Evil with limited ammo. Yeah, I mean, I'll say in this game, in part 3, the one I'm playing now, the ammo doesn't seem as limited so far. But certainly in the first game, and I think parts of the second game, the ammo, like the first game especially, I think the ammo, as I remember, the ammo oftentimes got very limited. And your health especially, your health more so than your ammo seems very limited. With this one, I'll say so far not as much, but, you know, maybe a little bit. I've got nothing to do here, okay. I don't think I can do anything. It's kind of weird though when it's humid like this, because on one hand, like, you feel hot, but you also kind of feel cold a little bit at the same time because there's a breeze outside, right? There's a breeze. I've got a window open, so there's a breeze coming through, and the breeze is kind of making me feel a little bit cold. But I don't know, man. It's just such a weird feeling where you're warm and you're cold at the same time. I'm gonna get all of these scrap metal. I take that. On your last stream, it was best that you didn't stand up. Yeah. You know what though? I mean, nah, I won't ruin. I'll keep the mystery alive. I'll keep the mystery alive. I won't say too much, but yeah. There's guess I won't have that problem now with the camera off, but yeah, there's definitely been some times where it's like, oh shit. When it's been like so close, you know. Definitely things you're gonna be careful with when streaming. So that's something to take note of when you start streaming, Alan, is like just things to be mindful of. Especially if you got a camera on, you realize that the camera doesn't catch everything, but then one day it does. But speaking of E3 though, ooh. Oh, you know what, this game, man. Bro. This game. Yeah, pause that for a second. Yeah. Just trying to do something about this breeze. Oof. But yeah, speaking of E3. So yeah, I put up the very first episode of the brand new podcast, or tubecast, really, I guess. over on the Haze's Movie Room channel. Make sure you check that out, please. Be much appreciated. But that's the first episode went up. It's about an hour 13 minutes long. Fuck it, you might not be able to listen to it all in one go. I know, I understand that, but maybe you can listen to a little bit now, a little bit later, and that kind of thing. And plus, I've got the chapters in there as well, so you can listen to different sections. But yeah, it's we're talking about E3, mostly talk about E3. We talk about a few other things as well. We mostly talk about E3 that just got, and hopefully we do another one in about a month or so to talk some more games, geeks, and movie freaks goings on. So that's the plan with that series of Tubecast, to talk about sort of geek culture and things happening in the geek world, whether that's movies and games, I think especially, but maybe a few other things here and there as well. So yeah, make sure you check that out. But speaking of Tubecast, like I've been saying, I do I'll actually plan on doing 2. So there's that one that we just started, and I want to do another one over on this channel. I'm like, by this channel I mean the YouTube. Well, I guess YouTube and Twitch really, because I do plan on live streaming that one. Where I interview people like other YouTubers, mostly content creators, a few other people as well, as people I think are interesting, cool, and that kind of thing. But yeah, hopefully I'll be starting that in the coming weeks or so. Big up Alan, appreciate you checking it out. I'm taking notes, don't worry. Nice. You got to, man, learn from people's mistakes, because you can't make all the mistakes yourself, so you gotta learn from other people's mistakes as well. How many guns do I have? Bruh. I swear those things are just like, ooh. Those things, man. We got to not make mistakes. You know, the thing is, I feel like part of the fun about live streams is when things go wrong, right? I mean, as long as ideally they don't go too wrong. I don't like the sound of that. You know, as long as they don't go too wrong, I think it's not too bad. But there's certain mistakes that are just fun or funny, you know. Bloody hell! Like, as long as you don't make a mistake. I mean, certain mistakes expose you, right? You know what I mean? There's certain mistakes that people have made where they get exposed for the frauds and the liars that they are. And those are the ones that kind of make the news sometimes, especially with the big streamers, when they do something that exposes them as a fraud and a cheat and a liar. But other mistakes, you know, whatever, like somebody stood up and they had a hole in their jeans or something, you know, as long as the hole wasn't over their crotch, like that, then, like, whatever, it's just a funny thing. But yeah, I would say it's not so much about not making mistakes, because at the end of the day, we're human. You're gonna get things wrong. You're gonna make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. You're gonna make mistakes. You do it long enough, and you will make mistakes. But as long as I'll say, as long as you're always being genuine. Oh, mate. The way these guys come out at you, though. So yeah, I'll say don't worry too much about making mistakes. End of the day, have fun with it. Be genuine. Be yourself. You know. You got. I'll say that's the biggest thing with live streaming. You got to be yourself, because when you're trying to be somebody else, for one thing, people know.
Collision detected. Please report to cradle operations to remove the obstruction.
Oh, so we're gonna do this now. I'll unobstruct the tram.
Something's blocking the tram system.
Cradle op should be nearby. You can see the tracks from there.
Thanks, Buckle. I'll check it out.
Because when you're being fake, I feel like people generally catch on to that. And also, just even if they don't, it's exhausting. Like trying to be somebody else or trying to act like something that you're not. It's exhausting. And if you're live stream, especially if you do it for any reasonable amount of time, like how many hours a week, it's just going to be draining and exhausting trying to keep up this facade of a character. So yeah, I'll say the biggest thing of live stream, the biggest thing for any kind of creativity or any kind of expressive form, is to be genuine. Always be genuine. These little things, they're like the flood in Halo. Man, it's hacked my foot off. In fact, with the series of sort of podcast interviews I want to do for this channel, that's actually one of the things I want to talk about with people, is things like their creative journeys and their expressiveness and that kind of thing, and how they've come to be the people they are, and expressed it on the YouTubes and the Twitches and the Instagrams and all their likes. That's one of the things I actually want to talk about with people. So yeah, man. I've seen some videos on YouTube where people forget to switch off their live. Okay, yeah. I've seen a few of those. Fix their live streams, and got heard saying that they were just milking it for the right. Yeah, there's some followers heard them say it. And here's the thing about that. Like, if you're doing Twitch, YouTube, whatever, 100% for the money, I honestly don't have a problem with that. Like, I feel like if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. That's fine. But just be honest about that. You know what I mean? Let people know that you are here for the money. You're going to do what you think is going to make you the most money. Tell people that is what your goal is, and that's what you want to do. But when you tell people that, oh, you're here to be creative and all that kind of stuff, and you're all about the art, but then you're secretly just trying to milk people for as much money as you could get out of them, or as much donation as you could get out of them, it's like, come on, man. There's no need for that. Because if the internet has proved anything, is that there's an audience for everybody. You know, there is an audience for every kind of creator. And if you're the type of creator that is 100% all about the money, you know, there's an audience there for you. There's people who want that. There's people who would support that. You know, but don't tell people you're about the art and then you're all about the money, you know. And by the way, that's not to say that just because you are creative and your priority is the artistic expression, that doesn't mean that you can't make money out of it, or you can't do things that might make you money out of it. Of course you can. I mean, at the end of the day, we all got to make a living, right? We all got to eat. And if you can make a living out of YouTube, Twitch, Insta, all these platforms, if you can make enough money out of that to sustain you, then that's amazing. That's awesome. I feel that's where anybody will want to be. If you can do this and make enough money out of it to not have to do another job, that is incredible. But if your goal is to be creative, then fundamentally the decisions you make and the type of things you put up have to be rooted in what is best for the creativity and not what is best for the money. And ideally, what is best for your creativity could make you some money, but if it isn't, then you're going to decide, are you still going to do what you feel is best for your art? Or you're just going to keep doing the things that make you money and put the art to the side and don't care about that kind of stuff and then lie to people? And yeah, I'm just saying, you can do whichever you want to do. My thing is just be honest about it, just be honest about it. I mean, for me, like I've said this before, I have no problem saying it again. I'd love to make a living out of YouTube and this kind of stuff. Like if I could get to that point where I can make enough money from this, that'd be great. That being said, I do feel like it can't be my number one goal, because for me it's like I do want to be creative and I do want to be expressive, and that's kind of the main reason I do it. And in that there is, of course, I've kind of lost my train of thought, to be honest. But yeah, you do look at things like, okay, if something's popular and I have an idea within that, maybe I can do something there. But what I'm not going to do, at least I want to try to avoid, is only doing the things that are popular when I have nothing to contribute to it. You know what I mean? It's like those trending topics. Like you can jump, if you wanted to, you can jump on every single trending topic and get a video that does reasonably well for the most part out of it. But I kind of feel like if I honestly, and if I have something I feel I could contribute towards some of these topics, then sure, why not, right? But if it's a case of like I don't really have anything to say about it because it's maybe something that I don't know anything about, or certainly not enough about to make a video on, but then I'm still putting out videos anyway that don't really contribute anything of value to the conversation, just repeating what everybody else is saying, just for the sake of like clicks and all that kind of stuff. I mean, look, people do that and people do pretty well with that. That's just not me. I don't feel like that's what I want to do. Like, I could. It'd be pretty easy, but that's not what I want to do. I'm trying to hopefully put out stuff that means something. I mean, I don't know if it does. You'd have to let me know. But I'd want to be putting out stuff that means something to somebody, whether that's makes people laugh in some way, whether that it informs people of something, whether it just makes people have a good day or whatever, just whatever you get from it. I mean, you can't dictate what people take from your work. That's something that I've learnt over the years doing poetry. You can write a poem about I did this poem once that was about this incident that happened with a friend where I said something that I shouldn't have said, and I wrote a piece on it, and quite a few people who heard it, it kind of resonated with them as they've been through things like domestic violence incidences where they've been on sort of receiving end of somebody beating them, and it resonated with them from that. And that 100% was not what I was thinking, but that's what they got from it. And if that helped them in some way, then that's amazing. You know what I mean? If it gave them some kind of, I don't know, some kind of encouragement or whatever, that's amazing. So you can't dictate what people take from you, but hopefully they get something from the things that you put out, whether that's a fun thing, whether it's a serious thing, but something that hopefully benefits people in some way, But yeah, I don't know. Like I say, I'm just giving myself to the world. Whether the world wants me or not waits to be seen. Hope at least a few people do. I'll stream for the fun of streaming and interacting with people, not for money. I wouldn't be bothered about donations. That's not what I want to stream for. But even things like that, like I remember one time during a live stream where somebody told me that my streams were helping them stay away from alcohol. They were dealing with an alcohol addiction, and they were telling me that my streams would help them stay away from that, to leave leave the alcohol alone. And that really kind of hit me, because, like I said, you just do it for the fun, right? I'm not thinking about, oh, I'm going to help people with their alcohol addiction problems today. I'm not thinking that. But then you're doing it because it's something that you want to do, something you think it's fun to do. But then it was one of those moments that I'd say that kind of really made me realize that it's not always about you, like what you do, like when you put yourself out into the world, it's not always about you, and like I say, you can't tell what people are going to take from it. But I feel there, for me at least, there's an understanding of that. There's things that could be happening that I have no intention of doing, but at the same time, it's still beneficial to people. And those are things that you can't control. Like, I don't know the people I don't know everyone who's watching and what they're going through, right? But it's just knowing that that is a possibility, that the things that you do could affect people in such profound ways that, you have no idea about. And if you didn't do it, had you just been like, I ain't gonna bother. That could be somebody somewhere in the world that, now in a hospital because they're in a car accident because they got drunk. You know what I mean? And it's crazy, like, to think about it. But yeah, those things do weigh on my mind. That, okay, I'm not saying that, okay, me streaming is gonna save the world. I'm not that that delusional. But at the same time, I feel like I have an understanding of that. When you put things out into the world, there's that possibility that you could be helping people in ways that you just have no idea about, And hopefully what we do, whether in some small way or whatever way, hopefully it does help somebody in some way, but you don't know. These are things you don't know. I think this guy's just hacking up my lens, Oof. Yeah, man. The world is... Oh, what's this? Contains resources and spare parts. Okay, rare parts, rather. Well, I can dig it. But yeah, there's so much in the world. There's so much happening in the world that... I don't know if you ever hear that saying where it goes, always be nice to people because people, they're going through, no, that's how it goes. It goes, everybody you meet is going through something that you have no idea about. So it's always worth being kind. It's always worth being kind because you have no idea what people are going through. Just that they have no idea what you might be going through. Getting help with my anxiety and panic attack disorder. I got my first appointment with a therapist coming soon, so I'm looking forward to that. Oh, nice, man. Big up Adam for getting the therapist booking, therapist appointment booked.
Samantha, you there?
Getting help is a good thing. And anything that can help, whether it's...
Problem now. Someone left a bunch of cargo on the tracks.
Can you clear it?
I should be able to. I'll get to that shuttle in aft section one way or another.
Oh. Compact directed ejection fields. Alright. Sounds like a porno, but alright. Take it. I'll take it. Oh, wait. So I've got to figure out how these things go together or something. That's got to be it, right? There we go. It's like a puzzle game or something. There you go. We just making matches to get as much as get as much as I can. Sometimes it feels like a struggle to even leave the house. Yeah, it's yeah, it could be a lot. You know, it could be a lot. Just and it's such a weird thing because it's like there's moments you could just be totally fine, and then the next moment not so much. You know, and you don't always know why. There you go. You don't always know why. You know, just... Oh wait, I think I'll put this one here. It just happens. And sometimes you can kind of dig yourself out of it, you know. Sometimes you could be like, you know, feel it for a moment and then be like, be fine a little while later. Oh, this has got somebody in it. Oh, I'm gonna have to fight that guy, aren't I? But yeah, then other times it's like...
Warning. Cargo fault in Bay 4. Containment breach detected. Biological anomalies are present. Please use caution. Obstruction cleared. Resuming normal tram operations.
Bloody hell. Yeah, sometimes you could just kind of dig yourself out of it, you know, real quick, and other times it's like,
Containment breach detected.
You know,
Biological anomalies are present.
not so much. Sometimes it just takes a while. Sometimes...
Obstruction cleared.
The way these guys just run up on you, though, like, they are not playing. I actually don't know how to use the machine, like, I really don't. It's so confusing. Compact direct detection field. Alright, cool. New circuit there, alright. So I guess... Reload, rate of fire, clip. Alright. So what I'm gonna add speeds then, right? Oh, damage. I'm gonna add damage. Okay. I'm not sure what I'm doing here, but I think I did something, so we'll take it. I was just some exercises and jogging yesterday. My body is aching like mad. Oh, that means you exercise well. That means you exercised well. Oh, mate. You see the way just... Dude. I mean, I got him, but mate, the way he just run up on me. Oh, that's not good. The exercise is good, actually. Exercise is one of these things that can really help take your mind off a lot of problems, and but sometimes you just need a little extra boost.
Dr. Edwards, can you come to Cradle Ops, please? I need your help with the incoming cryo boxes. Hey, Tuck. You there?
Oh, screw off, Sam. My job was flying around.
Hey guys, if you're running low on ammo, don't forget your kinesis module. Here, I found this recording when I was stuck on Titan Station.
Alright, let's see what's this.
Okay. Whoever sees this, listen up. You can use kinesis to pull blades off dead ones and shoot it back at them. Watch. Watch. I stayed like 3 hours using this trick. You see? Just shoot it back at them.
They're telling me this now after I've been doing that, though. I've been doing that, and now they want to tell me, oh, you could pull the blades of the dead ones and shoot it back. Like, really? Now they want to tell me this. Bruh. Either tell me that early in the game, or don't bother telling me at all. But yeah, the exercise is something that could really help deal with a lot of issues, and it's like really help clear your mind on a lot of things, especially things like running. going for a jog could just really get you in a positive mindset. I'm trying to keep on at a regular basis as well. That's for exercise, keeping regular. And not just exercise, but also just eating the right foods as well, making sure, like, you know, you're not doing too much things like sugar and that kind of thing. Uh-oh, what we got here? Uh-oh.
Oh, shit! This one's regenerating!
Uh-oh.
How are you going to kill it?
I'm not!
Where we going? Oh, up here. Oh, flipping hell, man. This game is not what me to win at all, does it? This does not want me to win at all. Where we going? Oh, where we going? There's something in here I'm supposed to do. Oh, not that. It wasn't that. I wasn't supposed to get stabbed in the stomach, but okay. We'll oh, alright then, let's think about this one for a second. Getting fit, getting into something I want to get back into. I think it will help with my mental health. Problems to help to think more positive. Yeah, definitely. Well, I say definitely like I'm some kind of doctor or something. I personally find it helps, and I know a lot of people have said similar things about it helping with sort of mental health issues, or just like kind of mental illnesses, and there's just overall positivity. Like, I mean, it's one of these things where you don't always feel like doing, but once you do it, you almost always feel better afterwards. You know, and it doesn't have to be like a long thing. Like, you don't have to like work out like a madman, like, you know what I mean? It does, unless you're trying to be like The Rock or something like that. You don't need to like do some hardcore working out. But even something as like a short jog, you know, you know, some basic exercise, just something to get your heart rate going for a little bit. Even things like that. I mean, of course, the more you do, the better, right? In terms of just general overall health. But I'm just saying that it doesn't have to be that. You know, it can be just something relatively, you know, light, something that just kind of gets your heart going. Do some push-ups, sit-ups, chin-ups, all that kind of stuff, jumping jacks, you know, burpees. Try to stay regular with that sort of thing. Yeah. Just checking some massages. Alright. But I try to, I mean, I probably should be exercising more, to be honest, but I probably should be exercising more, but a lot gets in the way. So I tend to I mean, I exercise most weeks. I probably exercise about 2 to 3 times a week. I do like a mild jog usually, and then follow it up with some other exercises. Well, alright. Oh. Where's the tram? Oh! Ah! Damn it. Oh, wait, I'm not dead yet. Oh, okay. I think I know what I need to do. I know what I need to do now. So, I need to keep that guy still. Alright, I need to keep that guy still. Take care of the, those other necro whatever thingies. Call the tram. And then hold the fort until tram gets there. Bruh. Okay. Sometimes I feel knackered. Just doing the warm. Hey, sometimes the warm-up's gonna be not even a joke. Oh. Oh.
The tram will arrive shortly.
Oh.
Please stand by.
Damn it. I've run out. Oh, how close was that? Mate, my health though. How close was that? How close was that? Oh, where am I supposed to go in though? I don't even know, you know. I don't even know where I'm supposed to be going. Alright. Board the train, explore the Greeley. Oh, that's optional mission. Okay, the tram will take me to the mid station, the aft station of the ship's time to get on board. Okay, so I need to go to either mid station or aft station, I suppose. Oh, okay. I'm at the aft station apparently. So I'm either the fore station or the. I guess I'm at the. I guess I must be at the fore station. Oh, I must be at the fore station, so I can only go to the mid station now. Then the aft station afterwards. Right, okay.
God, I hate those things. Okay, I made it to the tram.
Why can't the tram arrive when you need it? For real, man. Always late, just like you know it.
And what about mid-station?
Like, man's getting like chased by these necromorphs.
Now this is interesting.
I got this one that I can't even kill. All I can do is slow it down.
We're signed up.
And I got all these other ones like jumping at me. I've got to shoot. I've got to reload my weapon, and the tram's all like, yeah, we'll be there in a minute, fam. We'll be there in a minute. Like, mate, I need you here now, bruh. Ooh, excuse me. I should have covered. I should pause the microphone or mute the microphone. Alright. So I got wait. It took me to the mid station, but I have no business here then, or? Locked. Alright, nothing for me to do here, I suppose. Not just yet, anyway. May have to come back to this or something. Oh, okay. Oh, wait. Yeah, I remember this now. I know what I've got to do. I remember what I've got to do now. The thing is, wherever I go, it's not where I'm supposed to be going, apparently. I've got a bench there, alright. That's still locked, alright. Pick that up.
I'm sorry, Tucker. But you heard Mahad's announcement.
We have trams in London. Well, parts of London. Not everywhere in London has trams. But yeah, maybe a few areas in London that have trams. And which is, I mean, most parts of London don't have trams, but there's a few areas that do. And the thing is, it's like you could go to these, because I drive around, right? So most places I'm fine driving, but when you get some of these areas, especially like Croydon, and you start noticing the trams around, that's where you got to like be real careful how you drive, because a lot of them don't use the like railway crossing. You know, the railway crossings where the barriers come down and that kind of thing, right? They don't use that. They use the regular traffic lights, like the red, amber, green system, which is fine in and of itself. But the problem is that when you drive in London, one of the things that happens is that as the lights are turning from green to amber, often you kind of, you get into this habit, and it's a bad habit, by the way, but you get into this habit of kind of speeding up a little bit to get over the lights, right? While it's still amber, because you are still allowed to drive past an amber line. It's just when it goes red you can't do. Well, so when you get used to doing that, and you come to one of the areas with the trams, it's like, bro, you really can't be doing that. You can't be trying to speed up to try to beat the lights or anything. And like I said, it's a bad habit. You shouldn't really be doing it anyway. But it's yeah. I've done it. I can't lie. I'm not gonna lie. I know that I've done it a few times myself. And yeah, like I said, I don't recommend it. It's not a good thing to do. It's certainly not a good habit to have. But it's kind of driving culture in London. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying just because everybody does it, you should do it. That's not a good reason, because it is dangerous. and especially if you're in an area with trams, and you try to split up a little bit, and it goes red, and that tram starts moving. I mean, to be honest, you probably won't have too many issues because there'll be some time leeway. But even still, it's not a risk you want to be taking with a tram. You know what I mean? It's not a risk you want to be taking. So yeah, it's just good to be in the habit of not speeding up when the lights turn amber, because when you come to these areas where it's a bit more, where you have the trams and it's a bit more serious, it's like, yeah, it's just certain risks you don't want to be taking. London's a bit, so thank God for Sat-Nav for real. I mean, for what I do, like I've done delivery work before, I've done do cab work now, and the type of work that I've done and do, if it wasn't for Sat-Navs, honestly, I don't think I can do it, because I remember the first kind of driving job I had. It was a motorcycle delivery job, and Sat-Navs had been invented, but I didn't personally have one at the time. So when I started, I was just using an A to Z, and bro, like the amount of times I got lost. The amount of times I got lost, I was taking some long ass routes, trying to find places. It was like, yeah, I'm gonna need to invest in a satellite navigation system, methinks, because this is not this is not working. So yeah, sat navs definitely help a great deal for what for my line of work. That being said, back in the day, the first sort of sat navs that came on the market, or the first sort of few sat navs that came on the market, they were good. They certainly weren't great. And especially this is before you could update the maps easily. Like now you could just download the maps on Google Maps or whatever and it's all fine. Back then you had to pay TomTom a fee to update the maps every so often. So, you know, you pay something like, I think it was like 20 or 30 pounds or whatever it was that you pay, and you get a new map every 6 months or something like that. But yeah, that means you effectively, if you've got an outdated map, at least 6 months, and that might not sound like much, but in London, 6 months is a lot. Like roads change all the time. It is ridiculous. Like not all the roads change all the time, of course, but if it's a road in central London changes one day, then it'd be a road in East London, a road in West London, and a road, you know what I mean? Roads change a lot, and for the average person, that probably doesn't matter too much because you probably just drive around the same sort of area where it stays the same relatively, you know, just stays the same, and any changes you'll get used to pretty quickly. But when you do delivery work or cab work or anything that involves driving around different places, you see the changes all the time. It's, yeah. It's something. It's something. Oh, now I've got an objective here. Alright. What's my objective? Because it was telling me something else before. Locate the shuttle bay. But yeah, I occasionally get jobs that take me outside of London, like way outside of London. And yeah, again, sat-navs come in handy. They come in handy.
But before you go pat yourself on the back, you should know that was the easy part. Your day is about to get a whole lot worse.
I have to assume they're pre-recorded, but what if they're not? I don't have to assume they're pre-recorded.
All the infected soldiers, they brought them up here for safekeeping.
Dad used to be a cabbie in London 40 years ago. Yeah, back before SatNav. Back when all you had was the A to Z, A to Z, A to Z. I was actually talking to an old school cabbie last week, I think, actually, recently anyway, and he was talking about the sort of days before SatNavs, and apparently what would happen is that you only really did jobs in certain areas because, you know, you kind of get used to knowing those areas, and outside of that, it was things like if they said they're going to, I don't know, Croydon, whatever, or all it came down to is like knowing that which road leads down to that south area, and then once you get there, you might say to the person, okay, yeah, just let me know which road it is, you know. So it'd be kind of like that. So you didn't necessarily have to learn all the different roads or anything, but of course, the more you know, the better.
Gotcha. Now it's time for a little fun. Computer, arm explosives. And
I wasn't born then. Ooh.
Warning. Contamination detected. Quarantine lockdown activated.
Reading the quarantine lockdown. Are you all right?
Oh, they are.
Well, there must be an override on one of the walls.
Okay.
They are not playing.
Stab in the face!
Bruh.
Warning. Contamination detected. Quarantine lockdown
Oh, shit. Yeah, that did not go so well. Okay, let me take a breather. It's humidity. So your dad was a cabbie, then stopped being a cabbie before you were born then? Yeah, my dad was a cabbie from, I think, about 1980 something. About 1980, early 80s, 80 maybe 81, but he was a cabbie from about from the early 80s up until when did he retire? I guess sometime around 2010, 11ish. I think he retired. Something like that. Around about 2010, 11, I think he retired around about then. But yeah, that's he did that for many, many years. So yeah, before the SatNav's days. In fact, he started using the SatNav, I guess, shortly before he ended up retiring. So he never used it that much in the end anyway. But I remember him having one. And then, yeah, it just like, didn't even matter. But yeah, that was back when SatNavs weren't as good as they are now. Now they're much better. Now they're much better. And the thing is, like, what you get for free on your phone when it comes to navigation is so much better than some of the stuff that you actually pay for. Like, if you went to Amazon or any of these sites or whatever and bought a TomTom or a Garmin or anything like that, I mean, you get something decent, don't get me wrong. But yeah, I feel like you get, like, I mean, for what, it's easy to update, for one thing. It's easy to update, like, actually I say that, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm talking about us, to be honest. Maybe I'm just talking about us.
Gotcha. Now it's time for a little fun. Computer, arm explosives. And detonate.
Oh, okay.
Warning. Contamination detected. Quarantine
Oh.
lockdown activated.
Oh.
Are you all right?
No, not really.
Damn. This is not favoring me right now, is it? This is not. Ugh, okay. That was a cabbie back in the 70s, I think. I was born in 84. Okay, okay. 70s. Oof. Man, he must have been carrying around like the most amount of hippies back then. Man, imagine being a cab in the 70s, like how many hippies you pick up. But then again, maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know how many hippies even take cabs, I suppose. There's that. There's that. So, and even still, whatever, it's all fine. Nothing wrong with a hippie getting a cab. I'm just saying, like, maybe you might have to ask them to put certain substances away, you know, or at least, you know what I mean? Like, listen, if you're going to do that, just not in my car. Not while I'm driving. We don't need to be doing that right now. We don't get hippies so much now, but we do definitely get some drug guys. We get the dealers, we get the buyers. I think for the most part, the dealers, I mean, you might suspect someone's a dealer, but they're not going to tell you, right? They're not going to be blatant about it, at least in my experience. There's definitely a few people who've got my cab who have been like, I think this guy might be a dealer, but he's not going to say nothing. But buyers, they, well, at least a few of them anyway, are a bit more blatant about their buying, they're wanting to buy stuff, and it's like, yo, I don't really need to know this, dude. I don't need to know where you're going or what you're doing when you get there. I don't need to know. It's not my business, fam. It's not my business. One guy, or it might have been a girl actually, but somebody left their syringe in my car. It was like the needle had broken off, so it was empty. It was a used syringe with the needle broken off. And I have a good idea of who it might be, because definitely some people, the day before, some people were in a cab, and they were very, like, you know, hyper, right? You know, kind of high. And so yeah, when I was cleaning up my car the next day and I found that, I was like, oh, I'm pretty sure I know who this belongs to, but I don't think they're gonna want it back. I don't think they're gonna want this back. That's when land was green, eh? A lot of things were green, actually, I guess. Ooh, excuse me. And people use cabbies to get to the dealers. Yep. I get some of those guys. Had one, I think I might have said this actually, but had one not too long ago where the guy was just so obvious about that he wanted to buy some, he's gone his way to buy some drugs. He was like, I don't need to know. And then we get there and we're waiting a while, because it's one of these ones where you book it and then it's a return trip, so he books it to take me there, to take him there, and then to take him back. So we're waiting, and the whole time I'm waiting, I'm just thinking to myself, you know what, I should just go. I should just drive off, cancel the trip, and go. That's what I should be doing, right? But I was like, no, allow it, man. You know, because he wasn't too, I mean, but anyway, he does his thing, and he comes back to the car, and as I'm getting ready to drive, the dealer comes up to the car, and he's on one of those electric scooters, right? So he comes riding up to the car on an electric scooter, and the very first thing that come out his mouth was, "You gave me 40." That's all he said. Now I don't know what that means, but I'm assuming it meant that whatever the agreed amount was, he gave him less than that. Right? So at this point, I'm like, bro, I do not need like a dealer and his customer fighting or arguing near my car. Like, I don't need this at all. But the guy just like took the money out and gave it to him, and then it didn't turn into a thing. It was just like, all right, cool, calm. But then as I'm driving him back, he drops his stash in my car, and he's looking for it. He's like, "Oh, where is it? Where is it?" So I had to stop the car, wait for him to find it. I think it was under the seat in the end. It's like, all right, cool. You know, well, yeah, I don't need you leaving stuff in my car. Don't need you leaving your stash in my car. I don't need that. But yeah, man. Here's the thing, though. I guess it'd be the same. I mean, I guess it's not a London thing. I guess it's just a police thing. But I was thinking to myself that I should report this, right? Not so much the buyer, because at the end of the day, that's your business, right? Whatever, that's you. But I was thinking I should report the dealer, because, you know, I guess I saw him a little bit, but anyway, I saw where they were and that kind of thing. So I'm kind of thinking to myself, you know, I should report this. I should let the police know that there's some. I mean, they probably already know, but you know, should say something. But the thing is, I'm not gonna go to a police station and report, because I don't need my face attached to nothing like that. You know what I mean? I don't need my face attached to any kind of roadman activity. No, we don't need to do that. So I was thinking, like, okay, maybe I could do it anonymously online. And I go to the police website, and here's the thing. Here's what I found out that day. You can't report crimes anonymously. I mean, I don't know. Maybe there is a way, and it's just not an obvious way. But yeah, I couldn't see a way to report it anonymously. Like, you had to give your name, and I was like, even if I was like, okay, maybe I can give a fake name, but then it was like asking for like address and that kind of thing. And at this point, it's like, yeah, how many fake details can you put in before it's just obvious that it's blatantly fake? So at the end, I was like, you know what? They probably already know. Let me just allow it. Let me allow it. You know. Let me allow it. So, but yeah, that's a bit odd. I thought, like, you should be able to report stuff to the police anonymously. Like, that should be an option, because I don't need people calling me back for more information. You know what I mean? I don't need that. And to be honest, I don't really trust the police that much anyway, just in general. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've been lucky enough to not have any bad experiences with them, but you live in London long enough and you kind of develop a general mistrust of the police, just anyway. And so I don't know if I'm going to put my name down and it's going to be one of these guys who are in on it with the dealers and they're going to be like giving my name. You know, I don't know that. So it's like, I'd rather, if I can't do this anonymously, then it's like, nah, alright, allow it, man, allow it. But yeah, it just seems an odd thing. It's not hard to work out, really. Hey, for real. A little bit too easy sometimes, actually. A little bit too easy. But yeah, man. Police be bugging. It's disappeared though. Let me put this over here. Okay. Leave that there.
Gotcha! Now it's time for a little fun. Computer, arm explosive. And detonate.
They can use 101 number, which is anonymous. Okay.
Warning. Contamination detected. Quarantine lockdown activated.
Reading the quarantine lockdown.
Oh,
Are you
shit.
all right?
Damn it. Damn it.
There must be an override on one of the walls.
Okay. I look forward to as soon as I'm that big stab in the face!
I think we use 101 number, which is anonymity. I don't know if that works in London though. Okay, okay. It should do. I mean, I think that's I'm sure I've heard that number before. That sounds real familiar to that number. So, all right. I won't do it for my phone. Not for my phone. Cool from like one of those public websites.
Gotcha. Now it's time for a little fun. Computer, arm explosion. And detonate.
Warning. Contamination detected. Quarantine lockdown activated.
Come on.
Reading the quarantine lockdown. Are you all right?
No, not really. I'm locked in.
There must be an override on one of the walls.
Okay. I look forward as soon as I'm that big stab in the face!
Oh, you know what? These are.
Quarantine lockdown activated.
Damn it. Oh. Vomiting in my neck, you know. Oh. I'm right in my face. Dude. Acid vomit in my face. Yo, what up, monkey? You can call Crime Stoppers, which is anonymous. You don't have to give your name and details. Ah, okay. So I knew there's got to be a way to do it. I knew that's a way to do it. I just don't make it easy, I guess. Well, not obvious on the website, at least, anyway. What up, monkey? Came back from shopping with my mom. Nice, hope you got something for yourself too.
Warning. Contamination detected. Quarantine lockdown activated.
I'm reading a quarantine lockdown. Are you all right, guys?
No, not really. I'm locked in.
Oh, damn it, man. My dad has corona, so we had to go get water bottles to drink out of and some other stuff. Okay. How's your dad doing with the corona? Is he... Wait, is your dad at home or is he not in a hospital? So some wieners, big juicy wieners. Well, I mean, guess it's always a good occasion for a big juicy wiener. I'm just saying. Chicken sausages, big wieners. All right. I mean, hey, I'm not here to judge. How's the general situation over in oh shit. That was a waste. I mean, for the most part, it seems like, I don't want to say we're doing great with it, because I think there's still definitely like some issues with the Rona over here and the COVID situation over here. And there's been talk of, well, it hasn't been confirmed yet, but there's been talk of possibly delaying the Freedom Day of June 21st by about 2 weeks. Yo! Andre just joined the village. Wagwan, Andre, big up for coming through. So yeah, that's how it's up over here. But I think a lot of people have been vaccinated now. Like more than half the population, I think, have been vaccinated. And I think it's mostly just the younger people to go now. Which they're starting to roll out. Like I know my little brother just got his text to go book his vaccination, so he's booked that. Oh, no, I didn't even get this.
Computer, arm explosive. And detonate.
Before he had corona, his room was his whole life. It's basic. Wake up and go to work, come back, watch TV, sleep.
I'm reading a quarantine lockdown. Are you all right, guys?
No, not really. I'm locked
Oh,
in.
damn, man, that's too many of these guys.
Okay. I look forward as soon as I'm not being stabbed in the face.
I'm not sure I'm gonna get past this level right now. You know, this is taking a piss for me. First jab done, waiting for the second. Yeah, same. Second jab's due on the 8th of August in a few more weeks. I did actually get a message saying that if I wanted to, I could bring up the date. I know they're trying to get as many people fully vaccinated as possible, but I decided I don't want to make it sooner. I'm not sure that's a good idea, to be honest. I mean, when I was looking up like the time between vaccinations, and they all seem to say about they all seem to say about between 4 and 11 weeks for the second vaccination, right? And mine is currently booked for 11 weeks after the first one, so I'm thinking like I could, but yeah, I feel like where it is now is probably a good place. So let me not mess around with that date. Just leave it as it is. I ain't trying to take too many. I mean, we're already taking risks with these vaccinations anyway, right? There's already some level of risk with it anyway. I ain't trying to take too many, so yeah, just leave it for the 8th of August, which is about 2 months, I think. Is that right? No, less than that. It's less than 2 months. It's about a month and a half. It's maybe, yeah, it's actually. Well, maybe about a month and a few weeks. It's about a month and maybe not quite a half, but well, yeah, about a month and a half actually. Yeah, about a month and a half, maybe a month and 3 weeks, I think. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. For the time that it's booked, I feel that's the appropriate date, so I'm going to leave that as it is. I'm not going to move it up. I don't think that's a good idea. Ugh. Okay, I'm not sure I'm getting past this level today, you know. It's let me try one more time though still. Guy took some ammo from me though. I'm not sure when my next one is due. Just waiting for the text. Okay, they did it that way. Alright, alright. Yeah, when that's the same way my mum did hers, like, so when she booked her first one, that was booked, and then they let her know when the second one was due. But for myself and my brothers, yeah, we're all able to book the second one at the same time as the first, so I don't know, I guess it's different depending on, I don't know. I don't know, I'm not sure they even know what they're doing at this point, but hey, we'll just hope, we hope. I'm playing on normal difficulty setting, so I'm gonna run all the way down though. I'm gonna run all the way down here so I can fight from this side.
Warning.
See if I can get them to come to me.
Quarantine lockdown activated.
I'm reading a quarantine keying locked. Are you all right, Isaac?
No, not really.
Oh.
I'm dead.
Well, there must be an override on one of the walls.
Okay. I'll look for it as soon as I'm not thinking. Stabbed in the face.
Oh. Oh, bloody hell, man. I swear I reloaded my gun and it, you know what, I'm not even, yeah, just allow it, man, just allow it. We're not doing this today. We're not doing this today. Let's take in this game sounds like Lucas from RE7. Oh, I remember Lucas. Yeah. It was the son, isn't it? Could be. I don't know. It could be. Could be the same guy. You know. I don't know. Could be the same guy. I mean, voice actors, right? You know, they do different jobs and different projects, so could very well be the same guy. But yeah. Oh. This is not the one for me right now. This is not the one for me. What's that's the thing. I feel like I play games that are I should play like more tame games. You know what I mean? Like games that don't, you know what I mean? Like what's a tame game? Like I don't even, something kind of light. Or I tend to pick shooters and slashers. Like most games I play fall into the shooter or slasher category. I don't really have anything like sort of light, you know. And some of these I can't even play yet because they're not actually released. Oh, Undertale. That's it's kind of light. I've actually beaten Undertale before, a couple of times before on PC. It's a great game. If you've not played Undertale, one of my favorite games in recent times. Legends.